Hello, Carrie Rhoades here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm excited to be bringing you episode 2 with the Everyday Purse Bundle by Concord 9th, a collaboration with my friend Becky Roberts. Here you can see the die set that cuts out the purse, and there is one die not on the magnet sheet. It was on my die cut machine, and it's a round tag. But we're going to be playing with these dies today, and we're going to be turning this purse into a clutch. And I'll also be using the coordinating stamp set to make tags for the purse. And then I'm going to be using the Playful Lightweight Paper Pack by Concord 9th that is from their Fringe Frenzy kit, which I did feature as a product in one of my Stamp Set of the Month series. I'm also going to be using this amazing specialty paper from Tonic. This is cotton paper and the texture on it is ridiculous. I'm going to be using that red paper that is the red berries, and then the silver paper, which is pewter slates. Now, it's not like regular paper, but there's also these other regular scrapbook papers that look like leather that would be really fun for purses. I don't end up using those 3 papers at the end that I'm showing right now, but you know, they might reappear for my purse, but they're really fun options for this die set. So I've cut down the red berries paper to 5.5 by 4 1/4, and I will cut out 2 purse pieces. Now, this specialty paper comes size 12 inches by about 8 3/8. So it's not quite big enough to get 4 purses out of. And like I said, this paper is just a really different texture. It's made from cotton. It's very soft, it's lightweight, and so I'm going to do some things to kind of reinforce this. But here you can see I'm gluing the 2 pieces together at the wide tab at the bottom, and then I'm going to reinforce it with a strip of cardstock. This measures 1 inch by 3 3/4, and I'm going to glue that on the bottom. So when I put something inside this purse, like candy or fingernail polish or something, it's going to have a little something to help hold it up. Now for the sides, I decided it would be really fun to create a liner for my purse. So I have 2 pieces cut to 5 inches by 3 inches, and I'm going to just nestle them up against that bottom cut line, or score line rather, of the purse front. The solid panel, and cut 2 of those. Next, I have my handle piece that I've die cut from some black cardstock, and I will go ahead and glue the ends together in order to create the handle that will be like a clutch. While that's drying, let's take a look at all the pieces I die cut for one purse. I listed each piece and how many of them I cut out. And now we'll go ahead and fold the purse on the score lines. With this paper, again, you want to be really delicate with it. This whole purse with the cotton paper is just a lesson in being delicate, which might be easier for some people than others, like me. I'm going to use some score tape here on the little flaps in the 1/4 of an inch size. It fits right on there, and I'll come back to putting those together in just a moment, because now we need to attach the strap. I wanted the strap to be sandwiched between the purse and the lining. So once that is ready to once it's dry, I can put that liner on, and in the meantime I'll glue on the other side. So I'm just using liquid glue here. I find that I've been using a little bit more glue than I normally do with this cotton paper, just because it's textured and I want to make sure that I get a really strong hold on it. So then we'll come back and do the second liner now that the handle is dried. And I'll just use that clip here and there throughout this project to make sure that it has extra time to take hold. The little pieces and the textured paper, like, they just need a little extra patience for this delicate purse. Yeah, so there we have it. We'll stick the little clip back on and burnish that in, and then I'll go ahead and put all the sides together. Now when you're putting the sides together, you want to make sure that the point with the top of the side piece lines up with the edge of the purse, which means it'll go inside the purse a little bit. It sits in just a little bit. So you'll be able to see some of that lining around the edge of the side piece. Right there. And then I can give this a little squeeze so that those gussets fold. I didn't even attempt to fold them in beforehand, but just giving it a little squeeze like that is going to fold them in. And there we have it. All right, so here's all the extra little embellishments I'm going to put on the purse that I die cut from the die set, and I'm going to put them onto a sticky note and then press them into clear pigment ink, and then I'm sprinkling on clear embossing powder. Then I'll take my heat gun and heat that up to melt it, and what that is doing is giving me the effect of like faux leather, like pleather, you know, it has a word, it's not coming to me, it has a name. Anyway, so I'll just repeat that with all the pieces, the corner pieces, the tab pieces that I'm putting at the top, and this closure piece. Patent leather, that's the word I was looking for. I knew it would come to me. All right, so I'll peel all of those off once they've had just a minute to cool down, and then I can glue those on. And again, I'm using a little bit more glue than I normally would just because of the textured paper. So we'll do all 4 of our corner pieces, and I did find there was a little bit of embossing powder on the back side. You know, it didn't melt down, so I had to kind of brush them off the back as I went. And this purse, being that it's a clutch, doesn't have all of the die cut pieces that the normal purses would. Words are hard for me right now. I don't know. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so then we'll glue the pieces onto the back so it mimics the front of the purse as well. I am not sure if you can see the glitches in my video. This video is coming out a day late because I worked with the people at Apple to fix iMovie because of the glitches. And as I'm doing this voiceover, I can see the glitches are still there. So that's a bummer. I'm now gluing on the closure piece. I'm using my long-handled tweezers to hold that down. I just needed something a little bit longer. All right, so now I'm going to color some pearls because I wanted black pearls for this. You could use a Sharpie marker. Mine happened to be almost dry, so I wasn't getting the look that I wanted. But then I realized I had this black Copic marker, alcohol ink. It's going to color right over these pearls, and then I have black pearls. You could just stick them on in the color that they are, but I just felt like it stuck out too much. It didn't go because I have white on the inside. These are a little off-white, so I'm coloring some and then just give them a minute to dry. And I also found these do have an adhesive back, but I needed a little glue to stick them down onto the faux patent leather. I'm also using a tiny piece of lightweight Velcro to close this down. I do find that you want to be really careful with the Velcro on this cotton paper and make sure that you're peeling apart the Velcro and don't accidentally peel the paper away from the back of the Velcro, if that makes sense. So just be careful with that. So I'm using the Tombow Aqua Glue to glue on my black pearls because it dries with a matte finish. So if any of the glue seeps out or I have to move that pearl around, it does not show. It does not show. I love that about this glue. So we'll stick those on and I'll do the same thing on the back because it's cute. I like the little detail that it adds. And, you know, this is kind of a fancy purse with the faux leather and the lining and all the things. So now for our tag, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my tag with VersaFine Onyx black ink. It just gives me that dark, deep black impression with all the detail. I love it. I'm stamping 2 because I want to use this same tag on my next purse, but one of them didn't turn out, so I went ahead and stamped it 3 times. And I'm going to layer this heart on top of the tag, so I'm stamping that with chili pepper. It's a little bit of an orangey red, and it goes really good with the red in the purse, in that leather paper. I'm going to heat set the black tags because the VersaFine does have a bit of pigment in it, so it takes a little bit more time to dry. I'll die cut the heart tag with the smaller circle tag die, and then I did not want the the tag part on this heart, I just wanted it to be round, so I just snipped that off instead of trying to find a circle punch or a circle die that I had. I thought it would just be easier to do snip snip, and I'll layer that on top with some foam. I cannot believe the glitching. Oh my word. Okay, so now I'm bringing in that Concord 9th lightweight paper. It's a little bit thicker than like printer paper, or it's like really nice printer paper, and it has the most fun colors. So I thought I would make the tassel with the die from the purse set using this paper. And I'm going to give it a little curl just to make it easier. And then these two small straps are going to be the pieces I use to put the tassel together. So the first one, I'm going to glue the ends together, leaving a loop at the top, like that. And then that is going to be glued to the inside of this fringed piece that will become my tassel. And then I can start rolling this paper around, and it will turn into a tassel. I'm going to put a little glue as I go, and that will help secure it. And just roll it right up. It's the cutest little tassel. You could use this on so many other projects. It's small enough you could even use it on a card if you don't mind those really three-dimensional cards, which I don't, so I could use this for lots of other things. So I just fluff that out. Then I'm going to take the second tiny strip here, and I'm going to glue that around the top of the tassel. Got a little interrupted there with something. I'm not sure what. I don't remember now. My daughter was cleaning out her closet, and she kept bringing in things to show me. Should I keep this or not? So I think that's probably what it was. All right, so we'll just give that a moment to really take hold, and then I have this excess I can trim off that I won't need. And there's my tassel. Isn't it adorable? Oh, I love it. All right, so I'm going to take some black twine. I'm dangerously low on black twine. It could be a problem. I'll have to make sure and get some more. And I'm going to tie that on to the handle of my purse. At first I thought I was going to attach it to the back side of the handle, and then I changed my mind and thought it would probably look better if I tied it to the front of the handle. So I just played around with it till I figured out where I wanted it, and then I put the two ends around my finger in a loop and then tuck the ends through the loop in order to tie it off. And that's the purse. That's the clutch. I think it's so cute with the liner on the inside. All right, so for purse number 2, I am bringing in that Pewter Slates paper. It is so cool. And Tonic has so many of these textured cotton papers. You should really check them out for this die. All right, so I die cut some pattern paper with flowers on it for the inside of this one. I didn't know I was going to go with the flowers. I thought I was going to do black and white on both of them. But then the back side of this one, I just was like, I have to do it. So I did change up the tag. I am not going to use the same tag I used on the last one. You can see there, I die cut it. And I have sped this one up greatly because you just saw me create a purse. So this is the speed version of the purse, but I thought just seeing it 2 times kind of helps solidify how to do all the things. And so it's sped up, but you can kind of see me put together my second purse. There's the 2 liners. Aren't they gorgeous? And here's all my patent leather pieces. I kind of wish I had bigger sticky notes than I wouldn't have used 4, but no matter. All right, so then I'm gluing these ones on with the purse flat, which is easier. So I recommend gluing these on before you put the sides of your purse in, and just make sure they're all dry, and then go ahead and take those sticky tape backs off and put it together on the side like that. And then last but not least, we'll do the closure with Velcro. We'll do some black pearls. And then we'll come back in with our tag. I decided to go ahead and stamp the For You from the stamp set, and that's pink Flamingo ink that I used from Fawn. I thought it went really well with the colors on the tag. Now for this tassel, I'm using the gray paper from that lightweight paper pack to make my tassel. It's a good match to this pewter paper. And the same with those little strips for the hanger and around the edge. We'll put both of them on some black twine and tie that off on our handle, and there are my two clutch purses with some really fun textured paper from Tonic. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I know a lot of you have already purchased this purse die set from Concord 9th because every time they get more in, you guys buy it out like the same day and they keep ordering more, but they are ordering more. So if you happen to click over there to get yours and they are sold out, make sure that you have them notify you because they are getting them in as fast as they can, so you really won't have to wait too long. All right, on this screen you'll find some other videos with the purse and with the Fringe Frenzy kit. Thank you so much for stopping by. Feel free to subscribe while you're here. I have new videos every week. I will be back again soon with some more cute things for you. Happy stamping. Bye.